Welcome to my tutorial. Last time we have gained an insight into the function WebGL Exporter. Today I will show you what gimmicks you can use to optimize your stand. We'll have a look at the function Reality Wizard. I show you how you can add hyperlinks from posters to objects, and I show you how you can change your personal logo and music in WebGL Exporter. Before we start, I would advise you to save your finished scene for WebGL separately. First, I will show you how you can add your personal music and insert your company logo in WebGL. For this, we open the folder which contains all of our Okta Design files. It depends on what folder you installed Okta Design to. We open the folder WebGL and then the folder Templates. In the folder Standard you can change certain files. You will find here all settings which are given when the WebGL Exporter opens. For example, the Octanom logo or the background music. To create your own design, copy the folder Standard and rename the copied folder. In the new folder you can delete files to replace them with your own files. For example, the Octanom logo and the music. It's important that the new files have the same file name as the old files. Otherwise, WebGL cannot find the file. Your company logo should approximately have the same size as the Octanom logo. By deleting the file customer logo, you can replace the Octanom logo with your logo. You can also replace the music with your personal music. We delete the file sound. Be aware, please use only royalty-free music or music you own the rights for. Return to Okta Design and open the WebGL Exporter. In the Design submenu, next to Standard, you can select your own design. The Octanom logo has been replaced with your company logo. And you can hear the new background music. Besides the logo, you can also replace the text from the publisher with your own text. For this, we are closing the presentation mode and return to the settings of WebGL Exporter from the beginning. We open Advanced Settings. Here we can enter the text we want to publish in the presentation mode. Next, I will show you how you can add a gradient to your hall floor. We choose the hall floor and check the settings from the map. The mapping should stand on planar and uncheck real-world map size. We open the material editor and create a new material map with standard. We add the gradient under opacity. We created the gradient in Photoshop beforehand. We click on the circle next to opacity and keep the mouse button pressed, pulling the mouse to the side. We click on General, then Bitmap to add the gradient. We choose the picture with the gradient. We click on the buttons Assign Materials to Selection and Show Shaded Material on Viewport. To create a material for the whole floor, we insert a picture into Diffuse Color. On the tiling, you can set the dimension of the picture. Again, we click on the buttons Assign Material to Selection and Show Shaded Material in Viewport. Now open WebGL Exporter and have a look what changed. Finally, you can insert a reflection for effect on your hall floor. We insert a picture into reflection. When we open the presentation mode again, you can see the reflection on the hall floor. In the last tutorial, I showed you how you can add hyperlinks to pictures. You can add hyperlinks not only to pictures, but also to objects. I will show you how to do this. We do a right-hand click on an object where the hyperlink has already been added. Click on Object Properties and afterwards on User Defined. Here are user-defined properties like the OctaDesign web link, among other things. We copy the web link which we have already entered at the function Poster Wizard. If you haven't entered the web link with the help of the Poster Wizard, you can enter the web link manually. Start a web link with OD-Web, enter your web link and finish the web link with a /. We copy the whole web link and close the window with a click on OK. We choose an object, for example the counter. We do a right click on the counter, click on Object Properties, and afterwards on User Defined if it's not already open. We insert a copied link and accept the operation with OK. So as to make the last finishing touches to your stand, we want to bake textures. Render to texture is a manual method to create a variety of effects, for example shadows. An easy solution to bake texture is to use the Reality Wizard from OctaDesign. You will find the Reality Wizard on the right side or in the multifunction bar above. We open the Reality Wizard. Selection and options allows you to select objects for which you want to bake textures. It's advisable not to choose all selections at once, but rather performing the action for each object. On the bitmap quality, you can adjust the quality of the baked texture. The further right a slide is located, the longer the rendering takes. Here you can choose a render setting. Under Material Filter, you can see all selected objects. Here you can fade out the objects for which you don't want to render a texture. For example, you can uncheck the box next to Poster if you don't wish to render a texture for the poster. You can leave the action settings. I quickly want to say something about the point Combine Similar Objects. You can uncheck the box next to Combine Similar Objects if you want to render each panel separately. But rendering each panel separately takes a long time. Select object after object for which a texture has to be rendered. From experience, I can tell you that it's enough if you apply the function render to texture only to large areas, like the carpet or the panels. The larger the areas, the larger the effect. To start render to texture, we click on Do Actions. If the operation is successful, we open Reality Wizard again to choose the next object. After you have completed the rendering of textures, you can export your stand with WebGL Exporter. You can see the shadows on your stand which you have rendered with Reality Wizard. So you can uncheck the boxes next to Cast Shadows and next to Soft Shadows. That was my tutorial WebGL for advanced level. I hope you enjoy the new functions. See you next time.